Chosen one, now is the moment you deserve. A holy mission awaits you, not a shy agreement. The spark of faith you carry in your bosom has flickered through secret rituals and has not escaped the eyes of the Cardinals. Fate has woven its web. Even the loudest voices of the Holy Council have heeded you. You are no longer a mere spectator. You will sit at the head of a spiritual throne, and with the blessing of heaven, you will rise to leadership. The legend whispered in dark corners will echo in the light for the first time. Sacred relics are placed in your hands. The prayers of generations past meet you. In this great ascension that is being prepared step by step, gird your courage, fill your heart with faith, and follow the light. Write 555 in the comments now, because there are those who believe in you, minds that prostrate themselves before you will build a future that awaits you. Come, chosen one, the call of the throne greets you. You demand unfiltered clarity above all else. The stage is set for a reckoning that leaves no secret unspoken. After bearing the weight of hushed whispers far too long, someone steps forward to strip away every mask and lay bare the hidden machinations. They've reached the end of their patience and stand before you with nothing held back. Every sly maneuver, every jealous whisper, every insidious plot that festered in shadowed corridors will be dragged into the light. Prepare yourself. They will arrive when you least suspect it, and in that moment, you will see the full picture revealed. You inhabit a frequency so distinct that deceit cannot linger in your presence. The veneer, once held up to shield the schemers, has shattered completely. No facade can withstand the incandescence of your essence. Those conspirators have felt their own falsehoods recoil upon them, their threads of subterfuge dissolving like mist. They have heard their lies spoken aloud and felt the recoil of their own venom. Now their once secret distortions will be laid bare, proving that your instincts never erred. Every flutter of unease you sensed, every chill that passed through a room at your entry, all pointed to truths hidden beneath the surface, truths your inner compass tracked unerringly. You stand as living proof that genuine triumph incites envy in shadowed hearts. While you climbed steadily toward your purpose, unseen forces convened to carve fissures in your path. Your successes, those promotions, accolades, and creative triumphs became their obsession, twisted into perverse reflections of your joy. You celebrated milestones that were reframed as mockeries of others' pain. The witness will recount how social feed fragments were weaponized, how your gratitude was recast as arrogance, and how your inspirations were smeared as pretense. Screenshots and archived threads chronicle their campaign of distortion, waiting now to vindicate your truth. You have been branded a phantom architect of darkness by those who fear your light. They wove tales of cold calculation around your every gesture, inventing ulterior motives to justify their own resentment. Without that fabricated villainy, their intentions would stand exposed as crude assaults. They built an entire edifice of slander on the lie that your ascent mandated their collapse. That twisted premise granted them license to strike without shame, ignoring their own shortcomings in the process. You should know there is a mastermind behind every smear. When the moment arrives, the orchestrator will be unmasked, complete with records of private exchanges, coded plans, and the identities of every participant. This ringleader, the first to recognize your prowess, will emerge from the shadows to admit their role. Their confession will confirm what your spirit has always known. You are a threat to complacent power simply by embracing your authentic self. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. You've faced a strategy of covert strikes and silent sabotage, but your resolve remains unbroken. Their first step was to inject doubt with seemingly casual remarks, then to escalate into coordinated assaults, surveillance of your movements, analysis of your alliances, and targeted efforts to isolate you. They magnified your normal setbacks into apparent evidence of some hidden flaw, hoping to break your stride. Yet every attempt only sharpened your focus, proving that your purpose cannot be derailed by petty schemes. You recognize the pattern. Designed no-win traps where any response would serve their narrative. Speak up and be deemed hostile. Stay silent and be accused of emptiness. Show emotion and be branded unstable. Remain composed and be painted as uncaring. Their tactics turned your very name into a distorted mask, but you see through it all, and you know the walls they built around you are crumbling. Now it's time to move beyond their illusions and reclaim the ground they tried to steal. A realm bound by the rhythm of commerce often drowns out genuine connection. In this landscape where every exchange feels brokered, an unguarded channel now swings wide open. No toll required. Today's gift grants access to the Astral Atom's daily insights without unlocking any gates. Simply step into the free tier on Patreon and claim what's yours. This begins a two-way dialogue. Questions, reflections, cosmic petitions, all welcome. Messages sent your way will find an attentive audience ready to translate the universe's whispers into guidance. If your heart can contribute, your support fuels this mission. If not, accept these offerings freely. The Obsidian Inner Order stands unlocked for all seekers. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Like sunlight breaking through the canopy of an ancient forest, a single word of truth can part the shadows that cling to the soul. Picture a weathered oak, roots entwined around bedrock, towering defiantly above the tempest. Beloved, that oak is you, standing unshakable in your purpose. Imagine a solitary lighthouse standing firm on a jagged coastline, its beams slicing through rolling mists to guide weary ships safely home. Every night, its light steadfastly scans the dark expanses, cutting through deception's fog to reveal the hidden reefs and rocky shoals that would tear vessels apart. Beloved, you are that lighthouse. With one clear proclamation, one brave confession, about to shine through every veil of darkness and expose what's been lurking in the shadows. Friends, you know what it feels like to carry the weight of quiet suspicion, to sense something off in a room before a single word is spoken. That gentle nudge in your spirit wasn't imagination. It was divine guidance steering you clear of spiritual shipwreck. Now the moment of revelation is at hand. The confession that's on its way will sweep in like a cooling breeze on a sweltering summer's day, refreshing your heart, restoring your dignity, and clearing the debris of deceit from your path. Picture this: the whisper of hidden conversations, the secret screenshots saved in closed groups, the hushed tones of those who thought you'd never find out. Soon, every shadow they tried to cast over your reputation will be chased away by the brilliance of unfiltered truth. Their carefully crafted illusions, like fragile paper kites, will tangle in the first gust of genuine disclosure, and you will witness them collapse under the pressure of their own lies. You've endured the sting of misrepresentation, the ache of private conversations turned public weapons, the frustration of every attempt to paint your sincere celebrations as arrogance. They watched your social media posts with the intensity of scavengers eyeing a morsel left unattended, waiting for some flaw to magnify into fodder for gossip. But beloved, what they meant for harm is about to become your testimony. The very words they twisted will be turned back into torches, illuminating the reality of who you are, a beloved child of God, shielded by heavenly hosts and guided by unshakable promises. Consider for a moment the simplicity of a morning sunrise. First a soft glow, then a golden blaze, until the darkness flees. That dawn is upon you. The confession will spill like first light across a night sky, banishing every lingering doubt and fear. You will see the evidence: archived messages, private logs, hidden files, all laid bare for the light to purify. And when you hold that proof in your hands, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you serve a God who orders every step of your journey and who delights in your vindication. Beloved, let me encourage you. Stand tall and keep your eyes fixed on the horizon. Don't shrink back in shame or cower in fear. Your integrity is a beacon, a testimony that resonates louder than any whispered rumor. When that one brave soul steps forward to speak the unvarnished truth, every ship, every listener will set a new course by the light of your character. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. They might try to undermine your joy, recasting your gratitude as boastfulness, your laughter as mockery. But your joy is a gift, and your gratitude is a testimony of God's provision. Every smile you shared, every thank you you uttered, every moment you chose faith over fear, those are the stepping stones of your defense. The forthcoming revelation will confirm that your heart was pure, your intentions honorable. Imagine a courtroom where the scales of justice finally tip in your favor. The judge's gavel comes down, not in condemnation, but in celebration of truth. The jury of your peers, friends, family, neighbors will lean forward with renewed respect as the evidence is presented. And when the final verdict is read, you will walk out into the sunlight, unburdened and free. This isn't merely about exposing wrongdoing. It's about restoring what was taken from you: your peace, your reputation, your confidence. God sees every tear you've shed in private, every sleepless night spent wrestling with unanswered questions. Now, He's preparing your deliverance, orchestrating circumstances so that the chains of doubt will fall away and you'll stand in full bloom of your God-given calling. As you wait for this confession, this clarion call of justice, keep your lamp trimmed and burning. Tend to your heart with prayer and praise. Surround yourself with brothers and sisters who speak life over you, and trust that God's timing is flawless. When the tide of truth rolls in, it will carry you into a new season of favor and freedom. So lift your voice in hope, beloved. Raise your hands in expectancy. You are the oak, unbent by storms. You are the lighthouse, unwavering in the mist. You are the sunrise, breaking through the longest night. The confession is coming. Let it scatter the darkness. Let it vindicate your name, and let it propel you into the destiny that awaits. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Remember, no weapon of defamation formed against you shall prosper. The deception that once wove its web around your life will unravel in the face of divine disclosure. And when it does, you will stand tall, fully known, fully loved, fully free, shining as the chosen one whose light guides others safely home. Like a single thunderclap, ripping through the stillness before dawn, a lone admission can shatter every carefully constructed illusion. Picture a crystal chandelier hanging in a grand hall. Each gleaming prism holds a secret, but one sudden strike of truth sends shards glittering in every direction. Beloved, that's exactly what's about to happen. One confession will tear open the velvet drapes hiding their schemes, and the light pouring through will expose every hidden seam. You've sensed it in quiet moments, how their gossip turns sharp as winter wind, how their eyes cloud when your name is mentioned, how their stories about you twist and warp like cracked glass. They fed you fragments of half-truths, dipped them in suspicion, and served them up as gospel. But this coming revelation is like a bolt of pure white lightning. It will electrify the entire narrative, leaving no lie intact. Hear me, beloved. Their envy drowns in the glow of your authenticity. Your laughter, warm as a Sunday morning sunrise. Your kindness, softer than a fleece blanket in winter. Your resilience, stronger than oak roots gripping stubborn earth. All these have made them tremble in secret. They tried to spin your joy into arrogance, your gratitude into ostentation. But thanks be to God, the truth never truly hides. It waits in the wings, ready to step into the spotlight. When that lone messenger arrives, carrying the definitive proof, you'll see how they screenshot your blessings and mangled them into weapons against you. You'll hold the very words they twisted in your hands, like venom, drawn back into the vial. The evidence will cry out, "Behold, the lies they told to keep you small." And in that moment, every chain of shame will break. Friends, imagine ancient scrolls unrolling themselves before you, their ink shining with restored clarity. Each scroll reveals a chapter of their deception, messages shared out of context, private logs weaponized in groups chanting your downfall, secret audio recordings edited to sow discord. But here's the glorious twist. Those same artifacts will become instruments of your vindication. Every crooked line, every mutated phrase will be shown for what it is, an attempted dead end that led only to their own ruin. You'll remember those nights when sleep eluded you and the silence seemed to whisper their rumors into your soul. You worried maybe you'd misheard, maybe you'd misunderstood. But beloved, your intuition never led you astray. It was the still, small voice of God steering you clear of their snares. Now the confession will confirm what your spirit already knew, that you were never the problem, but their obsession. This isn't about settling scores. It's about divine justice. It's about restoring every iota of dignity they tried to steal. It's about making right what they made wrong. God's heart hankers for your vindication as much as yours does, and His timing is perfect. When that truth breaks loose, It will roll across the land like thunder, and every ear tuned to false frequencies will tremble with revelation. So lift your chin, beloved, straighten your shoulders. The burden of their lies has been lifted. Soon you'll feel the lightness of fresh air filling lungs that knew only stale suspicion. In the days ahead, people will come to you in wonder, asking how you've weathered the storm. You'll smile and say, "I stood in the truth, and the truth set me free." And if any brother or sister falters now, extend your hand. Show them the shard of chandelier light in your palm. Invite them to watch the confession unfold, to witness the power of authenticity. Let them see that when one voice dares to speak honestly, it dismantles every fortress built on falsehood. Remember the lighthouse. Its singular beam doesn't flicker in fear of the dark. It stands unbowed, knowing its light guides lost sailors to safety. You are that beacon. When the true account comes, it will beam across every coastline of suspicion, guiding weary hearts back to the harbor of truth. The time is near. Their hidden files, their encrypted chats, their backstage scheming, all of it is on the verge of exposure. And when the confession shatters their illusions, you will exhale with the freedom you were always meant to breathe. Your story will stand unbroken, your name unblemished, your spirit unbowed, a testament that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Beloved, stand firm. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Your moment of vindication is at hand, and you will emerge triumphant, shining as a chosen one in whom truth and light dwell. Let the thunderclap of confession roll. Let the chandelier of justice scatter its brilliance. You have carried the weight long enough. Now it's time for the world to see you fully and gloriously free. Friends, you felt it in your bones. Something about your radiant authenticity unsettles those who spin their lives from half-truths. They squint against the brilliance of your unfiltered spirit, your hearty laugh that rings like church bells on Sunday morning, the warm embrace you give like a cozy hearth in winter, the creative spark that dances from your fingertips like sunlight on rippling water. All these gifts of yours have thrown their charade into stark relief, and now their envy simmers just beneath the surface. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. Imagine a lockbox brimming with their gossip and half-baked rumors, each paper a testament to their distortion. Now picture that box thrown open before your eyes, the lid creaking on rusted hinges as the truth tumbles out in a glorious flood. That flood will carry away every sliver of doubt they ever planted in your mind. You will see, as clear as summer sky, how they rewrote your story to serve their own narrative, and how wrong they were. We know how they worked, don't we? They watched your social media posts through jealous eyes, screenshotting your moments of vulnerability and weaving them into tales of mockery. They heard your sincere praise and recast it as arrogance. They saw your creative breakthroughs and whispered that you were flaunting what others lacked. But this confession will untangle every lie, unspool every twisted yarn, and leave their flimsy fabric of falsehood in tatters. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. And here's the beautiful part. Every time they tried to push you down, you rose with more strength. Like a mountain flower breaking through a crack in solid granite, you pressed upward, refusing to be confined. Their efforts to diminish your light only made your flame burn brighter. Now, that same determined flame will set ablaze their deceptions, turning their webs of deceit into ash. Brothers and sisters, get ready to witness a vindication like no other. This confession is not just words, it's a spiritual reckoning. It's the moment when every hidden whisper, every clandestine conversation, every secret file will be laid bare in the full glare of cosmic justice. Their envy will dissolve in the brilliance of your integrity. So stand tall, lift your eyes to the heavens, and know God's plan for your vindication is unfolding right now. The evidence is waiting in hidden archives. The witnesses, screenshots, and private chats are ready to testify. When that confession breaks the surface, it will release a torrent of truth that washes away the grime they smeared on your name. Embrace this promise. No facade can withstand the power of one clear, honest voice. No scheme can survive when the hidden becomes known. And no fear can endure when your heart is anchored in the certainty of divine justice. The moment of reckoning is at hand, and you will emerge unburdened, your spirit shining with the pure, unspoiled light you carried all along. Beloved, let this truth settle deep within you. What was meant to silence you will now be the trumpet call of your freedom. Prepare to step into the clarity you deserve, unashamed, unafraid, and utterly unstoppable. The world is about to see you as you truly are, a chosen vessel of authenticity, a beacon of hope, and a living testament that when God's light meets confession, every shadow flees. Imagine a hidden fountain deep in a sun-baked canyon, suddenly bursting free, pure water gushing forth where drought once reigned. Beloved, that's exactly what's happening in your life right now. Every revelation you've received isn't just a drop of relief. It's the floodgate opening to restore every ounce of power you relinquished in past struggles. A culmination of revelations brings more than catharsis. It hands back every fragment of power once scattered across old dramas. Like that long-lost spring, your true strength was always there, waiting for the moment it could break free. With each secret lifted into the light, those old emotional circuits finally find closure, leaving no snag of doubt behind. The fear you once ferried around like unwanted luggage is off your shoulders at last. What once felt like random hardship was in truth the crucible forging your hidden strengths, aligned by design to fast-track your awakening and amplify your role in the grand tapestry of collective evolution. Every trial was a lesson in resilience, every setback a secret blessing preparing you for the greater calling. Those moments when you thought you'd break, those were the exact moments you were being shaped into an instrument of light. So stand tall, chosen one. Lift your hands and declare victory over every chain that once bound you. Speak life into every dormant dream, knowing that divine timing has carried you to this exact hour. Let your heart beat in gratitude for the unseen allies who paved your way and the spiritual architect who crafted each lesson with perfect precision. The desert bore you for a time, but now the fountain flows. Drink deeply, then share that living water with the world. Your testimony will ignite hope in hearts that have grown weary, and your example will rally others to stand firm in their own battles. You are not merely repaired, you are upgraded, empowered, and crowned for greatness. Blessed be your journey onward. The flood of revelation is yours to steward. May your life be the testament that even the driest canyon can blossom into an oasis when the Creator turns the key. Your rise isn't just personal, it's a signal flare for all who dare to believe that with God, the unseen always holds sway over the impossible. A final chapter cannot begin until its predecessor has been fully sealed. And this is that seal. When the messenger steps forward, or synchronistic signs herald their arrival, receive their words as the universe's applause for the transformation you've already embodied. No new quests await here, only the release of a narrative you mastered long ago. In this moment, every tether to yesterday dissolves, allowing your unbound essence to flow freely into the expanse ahead. The story you've lived needs no further edits. Now, it simply fades into the backdrop, leaving you radiant in the spotlight of your own becoming.